Again, here's where the thing gets crazy, because we did see that chair go right through that table. Right? We all agreed on that. We watched this chair go right through the table.
Well, that supports the hologram,
In the hologram theory,
along with
this is
the
what
fact that
the
his
guy
ring,
through this table. Yeah,
but his ring finger changed fingers on the same hand when he lifted his microphone.
That's a hell of a
back.
30-06, boy. Pow! The ring jumped off.
The ring jumped, yeah.
So
listen, wild.
This is a whole thing. And so my next thing, just staying on site. They cleaned up. They took the alleged hologram thing off. The table, the chair went right through the table. Right through the table. Nobody was really in a... Look, if y'all ever been around situations where people got shot in the crowd, them people on stage did not look and act like somebody got shot. They went into cleanup mode instantly.
Did you see the video of the kid who was asking the question when it happened? And it was like before the event and he was practicing his shocked face?
No. See? Again,
I thought I sent you that
again,
one too.
it gets better.
I mean, there's no crisis actors in any of these other scenarios.
Never has been.
It probably doesn't have any in this one either.
Never has been.
Okay, fine.
So, but I got one more. Can I get my theory now? So here we go. Because we're on the scene.
We're going.
We're on the scene.
We're going. Let's go.
I've already said this 22-year-old cat
didn't do it.
Didn't do it. White T-shirt over here, way over here. I say he didn't do it.
All right. What about the guy with the blue shirt with his hand under his arm?
Hand signal was yes.
No, hand under his arm.
No, oh yeah, the one right here. But
you're not buying him either.
But his injury was here. He's over there, so I'm going with a no.
Have you ever seen somebody got shot in the movies?
Wow.
How do they do that?
They bend it.
Actually, no, they put splatter packs.
Yeah, well, I'm going there.
All right, go ahead.
I'm on my way.
All right.
So if that's going to be the case, but if you looked at the impact of his body, because I started this conversation talking about 1963,
yes,
November 22, if I'm not mistaken, when John F. Kennedy got shot, I talked about his movements.
Yeah.
Boom.
The movements don't equal what happened.
Boom.
Yeah.
Back and to the left. Right. Your body reacts the way it receives a bullet. So, again, he got shot in the back, boom, the throat, boom, and then the kill shot. Well, the final one. Okay, this would have killed him anyway. But boom. So, blew out the back of his head, but yet they sent you a pretty picture of his face. Anyway, whole nother subject. That's almost like the two pictures of this, the whatever the kid name is. So Tyler.
Yes.
So
Tyler the Executioner.
Tyler the
Executioner.
Executioner.
Snake Eyes.
So here's the funny thing. He had a mic on.
Lavalier mic like the one you and I are wearing right now.
Except his, they have the magnet ones like the DJI one that does magnet. Here's my conspiracy theory. You want to go with that? That thing may have been still triggered. White shirt.
He pushed the
detonator and it went boom. Hence, there's no exit wound.
No, it's
ride with me.
Look, I don't know if I buy that one, but I buy it more than the sniper rule.
Because if you look at the way the shirt popped here, flew up here, and then his body went, the only time in the world he went left
was because the microphone was on the right.
I'm just saying the microphone was right. He got shot through this way. This T-shirt did pop, pop, and for all my Spotify listeners, I'm picking up my shirt on the right chest to the left chest, and then through the neck. Again, that could be a lower caliber weapon because it's going to fit into a microphone pack, which would justify that strong neck theory and him not having a hollow point pop right there. Now you don't get a big time exit wound. And even if you did, we're going to go ahead and drag the grounds because we're already creating tomorrow's story.
So was it a detonator that killed him, or was it a detonator that blew up one or two splatter packs? And that's
Well,
why
I'm
he
going-
had
I'm going with
the
the if-
shirt, doing the shirt dance like he was Hulk Hogan, jiggling his pec muscles.
I'm going with the if he's dead theory.
Okay.
That's the only way I'm going with it as far as the evidence that we have seen.
Okay.
The if he's dead theory is I'm going with.
You're saying the lavalier mic blew up.
It was a
Okay.
bullet that shot through and took him out that way because again, looking at the way it went, his body broke left, which is why they tried to say this fool shot from over there because of where his body went. But again, don't tell me it's a 30-06.
No.
And this 180-pound dude, Max, his neck was so strong. So strong.
That one was total.
His neck was so strong it held the bullet in his neck.
No, it didn't.
A guy said,
No, it didn't.
A guy said that I think I sent y'all the video. He talked about he was on the farm. He said I had a wild hog problem, and what solved it was the 30-06. And he said when I hit the pigs in the face, there was no longer a face problem of the pigs. So you mean to tell me a 500-pound pig face is going to completely blow off from this 30-06? He did that so he can eat it later. Then a human neck is going to hold it.
Well, I shot a hog one time and we ate it.
It's awesome.
And
Best meat
when
ever.
I shot the hog with a 5.56, not a 30-06,
Not a
which is
30-06.
a smaller but slightly faster round.
Yes.
It went right through the hog, and if you've ever touched a hog, it's like touching a tank.
It's leather.
Their hair is harder than this table.
That's why they make footballs out of it, right? The pig skin.
And I guarantee, I don't care if his neck was made of steel. He's not gonna stop a bullet more than a hog will stop a bullet. So yes, it wasn't a 30-06. We're fine there.
So again, a smaller caliber from this 1 foot trajectory inside of that mic. If they did pull a trigger, it was a detonator that accelerated there. That's my if he's dead theory.
Or the lumps on his back were wires and splatter packs, and that guy pushed not necessarily a detonator, but a splatter pack activator.
But that means that if he's not dead,
that's
theory.
okay. That's fine.
So
we're just here to throw out every theory.
I'm going with the if he's dead theory that we're going to start there, because again, I see nothing else. Only because even if the guy with the jacket
had a gun,
there's no way he unless he bends
hit him
it
here and then there.
Yeah, but there was no
there.
he had a white shirt. There was nothing. Yeah. Only thing that happened is we saw from the pack, boom, boom. Come on, this never bled.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with a 0 on him shooting him. The white T-shirt bringing his arms up doing this. At most, either one has a detonator. That's the if he's dead theory.
All right.
If he's not dead, that makes even more sense because now we're talking blood packs, and how ironic that it came right on cue of the speech that he was talking about, the gun violence, right? Yeah. Right on cue.
That's just another coincidence.
Coinky dink. I love coinky dinks. So he made that statement, and just as not in the middle of it, just as he took a breath on that, blah, 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 and that's what we need. Bam. So if he's not dead, perfect timing on the blood pack, pop, pop. That's what his hologram thing is coming down. Cause y'all all saw Tupac. Y'all thought it was real. Don't act like you didn't. Tupac was the first one, and damn it, we were sitting around like, man, looked like Pop. It looked like Pop. Prince, but the Pac one, that looked real. But regardless, we know the technology's here for it, and it's here. It's available.
And the technology we have access to is not the same thing as the technology that the government has
even
access
close.
to.
Not even close. So I'm saying, and here's my theory that if he is alive, or if he is moved into, they moved him to the island with Tupac, Elvis, and all the other people that's supposed to be dead but not dead. all of them people over there. They made dinner for him all over there. James Brown fried up some chicken, some fried fish. All these people that's supposedly not dead. So they over there on this island living their good life, because here, but again, now we got a projector behind them. Boom, get that down because we need to get the hologram out. We saw this chair fly right through a table. We saw it. We watched it go right through a table and down into this trap floor, whatever the case may be. And the only question, and the reason I say that because look at how they martyred him. And again, I know I've had this argument with a lot of people I know, a lot of my friends. And listen, I'm not saying whether he should or shouldn't be martyred, but I'm just saying, look how fast it happened. Look how everything was. I don't care either way.
Well, they had the funeral planned 4 months ago.
And
how'd they do that?
And the grieving widow steps right into the.
We're not even there yet. But
okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Man,
I like it. Go ahead.
Because this woman who was a pageant queen just so happened to be a pageant owned by
Miss America pageant.
Mr. Trump at
Correct.
the time. The invitation, boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, is this another one of those arranged marriages situations? We don't know.
There's a lot of Hollywood arranged marriages and divorces.
Stinks. Yes, it just sure smells funny. So, perfect couple put together, scenario, blah, blah, blah. It just, everything. And then her parents. Weren't they involved in some other good?
Nowhere to be seen.
But they're look that up. But look what her father did for a living.
All right, Kirk, give us what her father did.
So and as you move on.
Yeah, while you find out what Mrs. Kirk's father
you're gonna like what
did,
whatever her dad was doing.
All right.
She was the Ghislaine Maxwell of this. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So then when the director of the FBI came out and did his presentation.
The ABI.
ABI.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pash Cattell.
That's my dude right there. He's hilarious.
He went up there, and at the end of his speech, to my friend Charlie Kirk, I'll see you in Valhalla. We're the podcast twins. I'm Drew. That's Vince. Gold and silver aren't just history. They're security. That's why we partner with Miles Franklin.
And if you just call 952-929-7006 or email them at info@milesfranklin.com, tell them that the podcast twins sent you. You'll get preferred pricing, and you'll get very well taken care of by them.
Real talk, real value, Miles Franklin. So Valhalla could mean a few different things.
Okay.
So there's a place in New Zealand that's called Valhalla. Mm-hmm. So the theory, behind the scenes theory, is that if he was a hologram that got shot, then the real Charlie Kirk is chilling in New Zealand right now for whatever reason. Okay. And I asked ChatGPT again. I said, what's up with this whole in Valhalla thing? And the answer was that on September 12th, he did say, lastly to my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla. Mm-hmm. So they did say that was true. I saw the video, so I knew that was true. Right. The comment was widely reported and generated considerable online commentary because of the use of the word Valhalla, which is a Norse mythological afterlife for warriors, in reference to Kirk, who was a devout Christian. So that was their answer that was why he said it, not because Valhalla, New Zealand.
Not because Tupac is barbecuing down in Valhalla, New Zealand. Not for that. Okay, I thought that he was making ribs for Elvis down there when they was practicing karate. Okay, so that's not the case. So okay, I can be wrong there.
So they said yes, he did say it. It appears to have been a figurative tribute or show of solidarity. There is no credible evidence he meant anything else beyond that gesture.
So, this man was a college dropout that somehow gathered multiple millions of dollars, and I don't quote me on that number, but I think it was like something like $5 million to start this organization to keep pushing this thing out. Doesn't that sound like Epstein?
Well, he was also certainly going to give us the Epstein files.
But doesn't that sound?
And then there are no
Epstein
was
files. A college dropout that suddenly became a math teacher at one of the most pristine high schools in New York, and then suddenly became over wealthy. And they're both on the island together.
Everything just
allegedly.
I mean,
just like this is
a
right
lot
here.
Of coincidence.
I saved this shirt strictly for this show. It's all alleged. So did you find out what her father did for a living?
Kerf?
I mean, he was a businessman, investor.
That was into what? What did he invest in?
Conservative groups.
Mm-hmm.
He was also on the board of, talked about Turning Point.
Okay, but before Turning Point.
Hold on.
Yeah,
well,
keep digging.
The land that it happened, that the rifle was found on, was owned by whom?
That I don't know.
Palantir.
Okay, awesome.
So they found the rifle on a piece of real estate that was owned by Palantir. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that has nothing to do with anything. I'm just stating a fact.
I'm just like,
just, man, because you're talking about the site, so
look,
I'll throw out one more site thing for you, and the rifle for that matter.
I just saw this, and man, look, I've been a part of some really fantastic shows with fireworks and pyrotechnics. How are we doing this with no booze?
I feel like we should have three bottles of booze.
We should have had Kirkton stop and bring us, but either way, I'm just like, man, she went right into pageant mode and stood up on that stage and made her speech. And now, days later, step right into the CEO role because, hey, you're the next person up in line and you are now the new face of Turning Point. Wow. And you're ready for this. You got, all we heard about was the 2 babies. And again, I feel bad for these babies if he's dead. For real. I mean, I don't think anybody should be killed, especially in that kind of fashion.
If there are any, and it wasn't a TV family, who knows? I don't know anything. I know nothing. So I don't know these people.
Right, we never met them. We don't know. But if this situation is real, we all feel bad for that situation and that actual family. But I'm just saying, wow, that took her 4 days to grieve enough to step into a CEO role and move forward with this. I'm just saying, again,
the show must go on, Vince.
Allegedly, the show must go on. I mean, I get it. I'm just looking into some of the things that just said, wow.
So we already determined that the Utah medical examiner needs to do the autopsy.
That would be, I think, would be a normal thing.
Tell me about the medical examiner.
Okay.
Because I heard a rumor that.
Huh?
I don't see nothing out of place.
No? Okay. I'll find it for you.
Let's go to the medical examiner while you guys talk about that. But so the medical examiner is Dr. Deidre Amaro, who took the top role for the Utah office. She was hired on May 14th, 2024.
Okay.
She moved to Utah from Missouri, not Columbia or California.
Okay.
Which I thought I heard California, but whatever. She began full-time in-person work around July 1st, 2024.
Okay.
And some of the reports said it was July of this year, but this is according to, again, I'm using ChatGPT, Department of Health and Human Services, and one other source gave that date of 2024, so a year ago.
Okay.
A year and change.
Right. So a brand new
the source says she relocated from Missouri, and it is a new role for her.
Right.
She is new in the role. A few months ago is somewhat accurate. She took the role in mid-2024, the Kirk incident in September of 2025, so 14 to 15 months, not 4 months.
Okay.
Okay, fine. That she is relatively new to the post is correct, which may raise questions in some conspiracy narratives about how smoothly investigations are handled. There is no verifiable evidence that her appointment is part of a cover-up or suspicious scheme. Okay, fine.
Right.
The announcement was made publicly and her background is documented. Department of Health and Human Services.
Okay.
So, she's not as new as they said.
On paper, she's possibly legit.
I don't know.
That's fine. But if you go back to 1963, when they tried to, the medical examiner was wanted to investigate what was left of the brain. Some people from one of the alphabet groups or some kind of ops program was like, we'll have that, and they basically stopped the autopsy on spot. So, again, these are.
I mean, today
these are coincidences.
Today is October 20th.
Okay.
That's 30 days.
Yeah, it's happening.
I mean, it's a significant
I'm just
time.
saying,
40 days.
Well, yeah, it's been a long time since this incident happened. But my thing is how you only been on the job a year, and you got a major shooting, obvious traumatic death in your county. Now, allegedly in your county, on your watch, and you're gonna be like, No autopsy needed. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with that because I'm so new on the job. I don't want to waste the county's resources. We saw what happened. We looked right at it.
Or lose my job.
Or lose my job because we looked at this. It was obviously a 30-06, and he had the strongest neck in the world. I would want to do the autopsy just to see how strong his neck is. Because even in death, the man's neck had to be like rock.
So if the medical examiner is fairly newish, a year and 3 months, 4 months, I said, well, is it true that several key FBI investigators, personnel, lost their jobs shortly before the incident? And the answer, again, ChatGPT, yes, senior FBI officials were fired or removed in the months leading up to the incident, and the fact is documented. In the lawsuit filed September 10th, 2025, 3 former senior FBI officials, and it gives their names, Brian Driscoll, Steve Jensen, and Spencer Evans, allege they were fired in August 2025 in a politically motivated purge under the director. Reuters, Guardian, Courthouse News, and 9 other sources.
Cash is all in, baby.
Politico and the outlets reported significant shakeups and removals of senior managers at the FBI as early as January 25 and throughout the year under new leadership.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money.
But so I asked the question,
bill, y'all.
And it didn't even refute it in any way. It gave straight facts. Okay, great.
Right, but
go ahead.
November 1963, isn't that what the Kiefer Sutherland character was discussing about how all of the senior people that would have been on that detail were moved, relieved of their duties? He said, no way we would have had them going through Dealey Plaza at such a slow rate of speed with the top off. No way, that's a bottleneck. He was like saying all of these things. And again, that's the movie reaction, but these things did happen. Because they, there's plenty, you can fact check it and let us know in the comments, but those things did happen. They had senior people removed from key positions that would have never allowed that procession to go like that. So
no, it gets even better. So then
that's my man.
I got a whole bunch of information, and I was like, okay, well, it said yes to some of it, and this is BS. And I said, look, I learned a new prompt on ChatGPT.
Okay.
So I said, can you think like a conspiracy theorist and skepticist and make an argument that the shooting was faked? This, of course, will be for entertainment purposes.
Purposes.
And it said, here's a way to frame it responsibly and still capture the tone and logic of conspiracy-minded skepticism for storytelling and discussion purposes.
Boy, I'm excited. You sure you didn't bring that tequila with you?
The setup. How a skeptical character might frame it. Everything about the event felt too clean. The angles, the timing, the aftermath, all wrapped up in a neat bow before anyone could even blink. The kind of character questions every convenience and coincidence. Why were the cameras positioned perfectly but footage got lost? Why did security move as if it was choreographed? Why was cleanup so damn fast?
That should have been number one.
I added the damn.
That should have been number one.
Why were there conflicting witness statements?
I did it.
Why do media reports all use the same exact talking points? And that's because the media is all owned by 3 companies. We don't need to ask that one. That's not a secret anymore.
Yeah. We know that they get the script from the boss.
Right.
And that's it. They all say the same thing. They just look different.
That's right. So, and the fast cleanup thing really bothers me.
It
I'm not a police officer, but I've watched enough detective shows to know that if you cement over the area that it happened on, you're not going to find anything intentionally.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we are a world of crime dramas. CSI's been on TV for how many years? 25, 30 years, whatever. Hell, Ice-T has played a cop for over 20 years. The man that wrote the most damning song about the police has been playing the cop for over 20 years on the same show. Yeah, man, we got you now.
How stupid does the media think we are?
Come on.
All the way.
So here we are. We're gonna keep snow jobbing you and getting you to all of these points. But I love that. That, by the way, that was amazing. I'm sure there's another page, but
I got half a book here.
But before we go off of here, that was awesome. The pattern no.
It's this page right here.
Yeah, I want the one.
Sorry,
Yeah,
it's that one at the top.
Yeah.
There. The setup is what it's called.
The cleanup being so fast, that was amazing.
That should be
but the
number one.
conflicting witnesses. So, my man, because they came out and said it's a man, blue shirt, older guy, white hair.
And
That's
then
it.
He's yelling, I did it.
I did it. You know his significance, right?
Go ahead, tell me.
I'm asking. Do y'all know?
I don't know.
That guy was ironically,
the Trump ear thing?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
But he was at 9/11. He was at either the Boston or the New York marathon that had the bomb.
Okay. The Boston Marathon.
This guy has amazing...
The pressure cooker bombs you're talking about.
This guy has amazing timing for tragedy situations. He is at all of these events, and this particular one, and I want to say at one of the other two, don't quote me on that one, but definitely at this one, why would this man jump up 1 second after and start yelling, I did it. But let's not forget about the other guy, the younger dude who jumped in the camera and was doing this right after the shooting. So go back to that other page.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Go ahead, take it.
No, because I just want to use the word. What's that word say right there?
It says choreograph.
Choreographed.
It's a big word.
It's a big one.
SAT all
but
day.
It means a lot. That meant, so you mean that those weren't predetermined distractions? Yeah, they showed you taking this old guy down. Okay, then they showed you this dude in the camera. But yet now we looking for this other kid who completely looked absolute. Listen, I know there's some visual biases in the world. You know, we like to say that all blank, blank, blank look alike, all blank, blank look alike, but them two white boys didn't look alike.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And the third picture in the Dairy Queen also looked off.
Dude.
They all looked off.
Now, either he's the best psychopath in the world, or Dairy Queen he had a free Dairy Queen Blizzard with extra Snickers that he had to go cash in right then. And it expired that day. Because he had to go get it. Man, this dude was cool. Yeah. Who wants ice cream when your stomach is bubbling? Because you just shot somebody, allegedly.
So here's what I said, and here's what ChatGPT
Hell, it bubbles
said.
my stomach,
Just
and I ain't shot
nobody. A little bit of a recap, and then we're going to keep going.
Keep going.
So I
buckle up, ladies and gentlemen.
This is what ChatGPT told me I said. One thing I saw on entertainment channels and social media was the site of the incidents was cleaned up rather quickly and cement foundation poured over it. Is that verifiable? Also, it appeared that a holographic projector was being taken down shortly after the incident. In addition to ballistics experts seem to think that .30-06 Mauser rifle would have been much more damaging, but at least one news station said that Mr. Kirk's neck was made out of steel, which is the word you used. So they said, here's what I found based on credible sources and also what is not verified regarding claims that you just made on the shooting site, projector, and ballistic anomalies.
Okay.
So the area at Utah Valley University, UVU, where Kirk was shot was changed fairly quickly. Reports showed that the grass where the incident occurs was removed, concrete and brick pavers were installed in its place. That's from Mid-Utah Radio, Reuters, Connect, and 4 other sources.
Okay.
For example, Reuters published a photo with the caption, "Workers install concrete pavers where grass was removed after U.S. right-wing activist and commentator Charlie Kirk was fatally shot." And that was on September 15th that they wrote that. So 5 days later.
Right.
So yes, the cleanup / repaving is grounded in fact. So we know that's true.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Weapon and bullets. Investigators say they recovered a bolt-action rifle believed to have been used. One article, Assassination of Charlie Kirk on Wikipedia, says the rifle was a .30-06 Mauser M98 bolt-action rifle, which is the ballistic expert that he was taking it apart and putting it in the backpack that it didn't fit that you just said earlier. A surgeon calls Charlie Kirk Man of Steel article in the New York Post claims the bullet did not exit his body and that his bone density was unusually high, which some interpret as neck made of steel. New York Post. Go ahead. That's a lot to unpack, so there you go. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I gave you facts.
You want me to respond to that?
Verified facts from ChatGPT.
Okay. Thank you,
citing multiple sources.
Thank you, cousin Chat. I appreciate that.
There you have it.
I just love the Man of Steel neck theory. I absolutely love that. Flesh usually loses to lead. It usually loses to lead.
He said usually.
Usually.
Okay.
Now, we grew up with that guy that when he pulled his suit coat open and he revealed that S on his chest.
Yes, we called him Superman.
Suddenly, he could just walk through bullets like nothing ever happened. This guy, he did it different. He allegedly absorbed the bullet, kept it inside, squeezed his neck so tight because he does all those shrugs. Y'all saw his big. Yeah, okay. Well, he squeezed his neck to hold the bullet inside. He worked on his neck drills like he was going to fight Mike Tyson in his prime. That's the only logical explanation that this round that blows the heads of a hog right off his shoulders only penetrates, creates a splatter, and don't even rip the man's head off. Wow, I'm just, I'm no expert, but I have fired lots and lots of weapons at objects, fruits, blah blah blah, targets in the woods, and I've seen things explode that is just amazing to watch. But my history of watching human beings that come up against this lead thing, they usually lose.
And that's important to note that you are a paramedic and firefighter. It's not the first time that you've seen somebody get shot.
Where lead has always won.
You change usually to always.
Yeah, well, because I said now because I'm saying this is my personal.
In your personal experience,
the lead has always won
100%
of the time.
Okay.
And I've seen exit wounds of much smaller caliber weapons. Yeah, yours is good. Yours is good. It's not going to pop from there. Nobody's throwing gang signs up over here.
I'm okay.
But
that guy is not here, so we're safe.
Yeah, we're good. But I'm just saying. I mean, listen.
We're just asking questions.
We're asking
we're not
questions.
Causing any trouble.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
That's it.
But we're asking the questions that people want to know, and I'm people because I want to know how in the hell that his skin was and his neck was so strong.
Well,
so strong.
So now we get to what is not verified, according to Cousin Chat, as you so eloquently
Cousin Chat, talk to me.
So what is not verified or missing credible support? Holographic projector. I found no credible major news source evidence of a holographic projector being taken down shortly after the incident.
Because it got took down too fast.
I did not locate any reputable article confirming the claim. Okay. Claim about a .30-06 Mauser rifle would have been much more damaging / neck made of steel. This is, here we go. The ballistics detail that a bolt action in .30-06 was recovered is supported. Okay, fine. They have the rifle. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
The neck made of steel phrasing comes from a single article in the New York Post, and we know we don't believe the New York Post probably,
Post is garbage.
Which is less authoritative than, say, AP/BBC, Associated Press and BBC, which is in Great Britain.
Over there.
Describing the surgeon's comments. So while the comment exists, it's not independently verified by multiple major outlets. So they say that he said that. The surgeon said it. But, maybe it was satire, right?
The surgeon said that
because, if I'm a surgeon, I got a great sense of humor after somebody just died. I'm sure that it was just a joke. Just a joke.
But
no problem.
I tell you what, I will I will say this.
So far, it's doing a poor job of debunking, in my opinion, but that's okay.
But you know what?
There's more.
Please go, because this was
motivation for fast cleanup. While the paving happened quickly, no credible source suggests the reason was, quote unquote, it has quotation marks, destroying evidence.
Oh, yeah.
UVU officials say it was part of reopening campus, memorial installation, or safety, or a combination of that. And
So
that's
UVU,
from Mid-Utah Radio.
Now, I got it now. UVU, when they were put together, they brought in their board of directors around a table such as this. And they said, guys, we need to have a contingency plan. If anything tragic happens on campus, this is what we immediately do. So we need to have the materials on hand and have the crews ready to come in and start destroying things, because we have to get back to business at hand so fast that we're going to say to hell with crime scene.
Have you
and
ever
crime
met
scene evidence.
Have you ever met a police officer in your life?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you think the police would be A-okay with them
No,
doing that?
but because the board came up with that and they put it on paper when they first organized that we must
so there were
clean up the scene.
There were no police there for 5 whole days to let them do this? Because, I mean, if the police were there on the scene,
but they probably
I
said,
gotta
police,
believe
we already have it in our bylaws that we must clean up the scene and put cement over your supposed crime scene, allegedly. Our bylaws surpass your law.
And the chief didn't say, F off, this is a crime scene, get out of my face?
Not at UVU.
Why not?
Because we had it in our bylaws.
That has nothing to do with
bylaws
police.
win. Bylaws win.
You're confusing me now. I have to move on.
Bylaws win.
Now you lost me.
For Pete's sake.
Next.
Who's Pete?
Hand signals, projector, and staged narrative.
Okay.
These parts remain in the realm of unverified online claims and conspiracy posts.
Yeah.
I found no mainstream news piece.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for researching that.
Yeah.
That confirms the projector or hand signal interpretation as factual.
Listen, those guys, the guy needed to adjust his hat. The sun was hitting him at a different angle. This guy's arm suddenly started to itch. He had to move that, and he stepped back, only because he was trying to whisper that he saw some cute girl in the audience. He was trying to let the guy know, hey, man, check that chick out down there. So it all makes sense. The hat, the arm.
So then we go.
I want to know the white
good.
T-shirt
So
guy.
look,
Well,
thank you for just illustrating all the coincidences.
Yeah,
Vince.
I'm just trying to get y'all to see it.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
The next one, detailed ballistic analysis claims. Some of the more elaborate claims should have taken down dozens behind him are based on interpreting the surgeon's comment in the New York Post. So they use that one line to debunk that it would have killed 12 people behind, which is crazy, by the way, right? Unless they were standing in a line.
In a line, right.
And it went through every one
But he's
of
saying
them.
that's how strong the 30-06 is.
That's how strong the 30-06 is, right?
But the step and repeat right behind him was
Undamaged.
clean as a whistle.
Undamaged.
Clean.
Undamaged.
Turning Point using it right now. They got it up somewhere right now.
He said Turning Point's using it right now.
Right now.
Okay. Oh man.
She's
So
probably
here-
right in front of. This is
assessment
where
from
my
cousin,
Charlie got-
assessment from chat.
Okay.
The repaving of site is real and pretty fast. It's a legitimate point that fuels speculation. All right, good.
what happened to Building 7.
The fact it's not in here. We didn't talk about that in
No,
this.
but that what you just said took it to
Nothing
what
happened to Building 7. It just fell.
And so the same
fact
thing.
that a high-powered
same
bolt
reason we cleaned
action-
up so fast.
The fact that a high-powered bolt-action rifle in 30-06 was found is real, which lends weight to some of this. This was a serious sniper shot claims. I don't understand why they didn't answer my question, but that's okay.
Okay.
But leaps like holographic projector or neck made of steel, so it must have been staged, go beyond available documented evidence. Well, yeah, that's the whole point, right? That's the whole point of the coincidence is that there's no evidence.
No evidence at
behind
this
it.
coinky dink.
But there's no evidence behind anything because they just cemented over the evidence. Okay, fine.
Evidence is smevidence. Come
We
on.
already did the neck made of steel thing. Factual oddities and accelerated cleanup that raise legitimate questions, but many of the more sensational claims lack corroborated evidence. ChatGPT.
Okay. So we already get that part is fine, well and good. And y'all notice we haven't talked about the why, meaning all of this people was going off, oh my God, you shouldn't celebrate that because you got a difference of opinion. We ain't even said none of that. This is the cover-up or the alleged cover-up that we're trying to.
I need so many naps right now.
That we're trying to understand.
What did I miss, Vince?
You missed a lot. But the difference being is that, man, I'm fighting, trying to. I talk with people that I consider to be rather intelligent, and I may ask one or two of these questions to people. The answers come back based off of how emotional they are about the character. If they are a supporter, they got him on the pedestal, they want the holiday, man, that kid, that 22-year-old kid, he did a horrible thing. And then you talk to others that's like, smells like shit.
Okay.
And, so you have some people that choose to think because they're not emotional. Those that are emotional about him or it or, whatever the case may be, they choose to believe the Lee Harvey Oswald theory of the one magic bullet from the book repository over the grassy knoll.
But emotions cloud thinking. Right, no matter what, in any situation.
That's our point.
When was the last time you had your wife was super emotional about something and you won the argument with logic? And I'll answer for you. It never has happened for any human ever. When with a business partner, someone's really emotional about how something should go, and even though you have the same goal, you can't logic them into seeing it your way because their emotions are driving their decision making. So that's universal human being thing in every situation in life.
Or when you shank a shot off the tee, that very next shot is going to be a bad shot because you're still emotional about the shot before. To relate to somebody.
Unless your name is Arnold Palmer,
right?
And you were hypnotized into thinking that bad shot never happened.
That's the difference between
elite
athletes. And that's a previous podcast. Look that up.
Yeah.
But my point is that it baffles me when I talk to these emotional charged people who I respected, or respect on different levels. But it automatically shuts me down because I'm like, I'm not asking you another question.
Well,
I'm not saying another word because the temperature about that subject will end your friendship. It will end whatever relationship because they have had them so high. But again, it takes me back to the theory that I brought up many times before of, let's just say that that's what he was doing. That's his job. Y'all don't know him. I speak on the situation because I often tell people, look, I know you love your church and your pastor, but that individual is just a human being that has interpreted this book and disseminated it to you. But that's his job. When he gets out of that, he's a regular guy or woman. They're human. They're going to make their own humanistic moves and decisions. They don't deserve to be put on the pedestal. And matter of fact, they don't want it. They think they do, but they don't want that. They don't want that smoke because it's too hard to stay up here. Because when you're up here, what's somebody else trying to do?
It's easy to knock you down.
Somebody's trying to knock you down. So this particular young man who was just a regular college student that some billionaire convinced to quit school and run this, be a part of this organization, suddenly got thrust into the new media, aka the internet, and going on to, man, great, you did a great thing. You found a great job. I would have quit. Had some dude gave me $5 million to start a company, man, I would have been, what you want me to say? Man, look, sugar's the best thing ever. Man, I eat sugar all day long, whatever the case may be. I mean, because, look, we can all be bought. Everybody has a point. Everybody has a price. So I'm just saying that it's really put us in a tight situation because when you really ask hardcore questions about things that don't make sense, it's hard to have a conversation with somebody because they're so emotional. and again, we can point at several things and go all the way back to the Martin Luther King shooting, go all the way back to the all of the especially the big three assassinations, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and JFK, all happened within a 5-year span, if I'm not mistaken. You know, look, those alphabet groups was just like, it worked before, let's do it again. It worked before, let's do it again.
There were 3 presidents that have been assassinated, correct? Total of 3.
Total of 3.
And all 3 of them had one thing in common. What is it? I know the answer.
If I say what I'm gonna say, we're getting canceled, so I'm not doing it. Go.
No, I want to hear
No, I can't.
Come on,
that's
let's
too
get
bad.
canceled.
No,
Dude,
go.
I'm waiting. I'm not
Go.
telling you nothing until
you ain't getting that one. We ain't getting. So we're not gonna answer that question. So we're gonna move on to something
No,
else.
I'll answer it.
Go.
I'll answer it. So all 3 of them had the idea and spoke it that they were going to eliminate the Federal Reserve. I don't know what you were going to say.
Yeah, it was a little worse than that, but
it was worse than that.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God!
It was on the XXX level. But,
man.
Well,
okay.
Maybe not XXX in that term, but it was pretty bad taste joke. Anyway, but you're right. And I think it even goes even deeper than that. Even going back to the Lincoln situation, you talking about a man conflicted. You talking about a man conflicted. They're like, he did this. He was forced to do everything he did. So let's stop that. Yeah, that's why Anyway, but you're right. The people who didn't want to support that Federal Reserve somehow, some way.
I feel like I want to phone a friend right now because I know a guy who knows more history than anybody else we know, and I would love to ask him about Lincoln because I don't know. That's way before our time.
Way before our time, but there's lots of. If you really dig into the real Lincoln story,
it sounds like you have.
Well, I have, but I don't have my sources in sight,
That's
so
okay.
I don't want to put it out there like that. But let's just say that. He wasn't the one just trying to free the slaves. That was absolutely not on the top of his personal priority list. He was sort of forced into doing so because he had the little war thing coming. We needed bodies, and anyway, it's a whole different situation. That's a different podcast.
Yeah, he said if he could keep the slaves
and
the Union,
and
we'll do it.
And couldn't do it. So
you gotta have one or the other.
You gotta have one or the other.
Okay.
So again, that was not his. That was so people are like, he did this. I'm like, yeah. That's usually my answer when I hear that. When I hear that somebody they did that. Okay. No, but even still, but again, I'm with you. We already. So again, that could be a whole nother. We should have asked him, was he a threat to the Federal Reserve in any way? We should have tossed that one in.
That deep.
But again, we know who bankrolls and who's partner and who's in bed with those major banks, and you already spoke about the the Cassads and the all of the alphabet groups, the BIAs and all these other people like that.
BFI.
So
whatever,
we don't know what could really be the situation, but we know ultimately you're killing somebody like that, it's over some protection of money or in the Epstein file case, reputation, which could then affect the money because everything comes back down to money.
It's a heck of a blackmail operation involved in that.
It could be white mail, I'm not sure, but either way, either way. It's an ugly situation.
It's messed up, man.
This thing here, and again, so we got the if he's dead theory. We got the if he ain't dead theory. Where is he? I think he's at the barbecue with Tupac and Elvis personally. I think Elvis is ordering up some good old barbecue, and Tupac called up his homies. But regardless, I mean, we got such. It's ultimately, I think, and I'm gonna speak for us on this one. I think when are we going to wake up and just try to think for ourselves and think what makes sense and what don't? But the only way we can do that is by removing your emotions and begin to think as a person first. You can grieve later, but you got to be able to use good logic first, and be careful of the big boom, because when you get the big boom, what's happening behind the scenes?
There's some other shit going on that you're not looking at.
It's something that happened, and some things got signed on that day that this was a perfect cover for. I'm not saying it happened, but allegedly it could have been a perfect cover, a nice distraction, the circus and bread scenario that we love to talk about. But, always be aware of the big boom. Who wins in these public cases of boom?
Well, I saw another video, and we can close on this unless you want to go into other stuff that I missed. I saw a video of somebody asking a AI program, I don't know which one it was, with all the similarities and coincidences involved, what would the odds be that this is a natural event and was not staged? And the answer by the AI program was that Vince Spell has a better chance of getting struck by lightning today and tomorrow than it being, not staged. So I'm just telling you, again, this is not my opinion.
It's pretty cloudy out there right now.
This is something that I saw that that a AI program answered, and it's cloudy, but we're also inside a building.
Yeah, hey, man.
and getting hit by lightning twice in a row. And I think it was winning the lottery the day after or something like that. It was It was a crazy infinitesimal situation. So
it's again, if you just take a moment and think. Take a moment and think, and just think a little bit logically, and understand that everything that you see, read, hear, man, just really think. Think for yourself. And
I think the other important message is that we don't want to miss is that it's really hard to fight someone else and judge them based on the fact that they may only have 5 or 10% of the truth. And they're making an emotional argument based on 5 to 10% of the truth.
Well,
you said people don't want to talk to you anymore for something you said on social media.
Yeah.
And I look at it as like you could say anything
over what I didn't say.
What you didn't say.
What it was perceived that I said.
Okay.
I'm like,
that's not even what I said.
But I'm like, dude, there go the words right there. Reading is fundamental. If you read the words, you'll see that that's not what I said. Again, speaking on this particular subject matter,
emotion.
It was the emotion took those words of saying, well, hey, all right, I get it, hey, God bless, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, but hey, just before you pick up the mantle and run, make sure that you fact check those informations before you come out. He didn't say things. I need evidence.
But 40 or 50 years from now, when we learn the truth, if we're still alive,
I plan to be.
40 or 50 years, we'll realize that we judged people based on the fact that they maybe had 0% of the truth, right?
Okay.
They might have had no truth at all. Because they just took whatever the story was on Facebook at face value said that's what happened.
Man, listen, that's about the best statement that we've heard all day, because we're so quick to grasp. All you people out there that's on social media every day, how many celebrities do they kill a day? How many times you get a message that the recent one, Eddie Jones, the basketball player for the Miami Heat. Eddie Jones was dead. I called Greg, like, Greg, didn't you just play golf with Eddie yesterday? Can you text him to make sure he's good? He's good. But they had put these stories out that these people were dead. For sensationalism, I don't know who gets off on that fact, but they kill celebrities online every day, and they got to come on and be like, I'm here, I'm good. But before you even try to go find out anything, half of you repost it, because that's how I see it. Because you reposted, it comes across mine, and I'm like, what? But again, think about what it is that we do. Have we become the media where it doesn't matter if you're right as long as you're first? Because if you post that story out first, you might get a viral post that's going on your thing. You might try to monetize your page at that point. So you just reposting bad information. this whole thing here, you can't even find the video no more now. But, you know, there's a lot of other public killings that you can still pull up on YouTube right now. They look a little different than Charlie, but you can still find them right here, live and in person, on here. But OCK, he's out. He's off of it. It's blurred now.
They still have it on Instagram.
I was on.
This morning.
I was on YouTube.
Oh, as of this morning,
YouTube is blurred.
Okay.
YouTube is blurred.
Okay.
And look, and it's good because again, I don't have a real issue about it because again, you got kids, you got a young daughter. She don't need to be seeing that every day, all day.
No.
She don't need to have that kind of access. So
part of being a child is living in ignorant bliss.
Right.
Right. Go have fun. Go play outside.
Yeah.
Go do something.
Yeah.
And play sports like our kids do. And
do something.
Play an instrument. Do something.
So, brother, how you gonna wrap this up?
I'm so spent, man. Like I'm tired. This was a lot.
But again,
a lot of coincidence.
But it was a lot of fun.
A lot of
I ain't gonna lie. My cousin
coincidence.
Chat brought up some interesting points here. To be fair, I didn't read these. I came in here naked and raw. I let him bring this in here, and I said, I'm just going to be a pure reactionary.
Well, I'm glad you like Cousin Chat, because it's only as good as the prompts that the idiot in front of the computer typed in, which is me.
But it's a beautiful thing. It also shows you how technology works. But again, all in all, man, please just think for yourself. Figure it out. Find out the truth the best you can.
And don't judge other people for their emotional reactions and lose friendships or family members over this, because in the grand scheme of things, you can only take care of yourself, the people in your circle, your business, and handle your own stuff.
Yeah. I mean, well,
handle your own stuff.
Y'all heard me say that. I'm like, man, and I'll wrap with this, and I'm speaking to a few of my individual people when I see them out there thumping for a politician. My first question is always, what? Do you know him personally? Man, because you are really on the soapbox, ranting and raving and screaming for a person that you absolutely know nothing about other than what they say on TV.
You know their persona.
And you know, well, it's about the policy. Okay, vote what you want to vote, but why do you feel like you got to influence me? Or why do you feel, which is more dangerous, that you need to get together in a little community so we can sit around and talk about it? Because, next thing you know, you got little fires walking around. Things happen.
That escalated quickly.
Things happen. But my point is but that's how dangerous things get. And so this is why I'm always about think for yourself. You talking about America going back to a different time. Go back to when we didn't talk about politics. Outside of your home.
2019.
That's how I grew up.
That was 2019 for me.
That's how I grew up. I grew up in a house where you voted how you voted. You didn't have no bumper stickers on your car. Nobody in your neighborhood had bumper stickers on their car.
Nobody knew how their teacher voted either.
Nobody knew how their teacher voted.
Nobody knew how any of their teachers voted.
Because, now what they doing now is they find, alleged, one of these things of that organization is they find out the teacher's voting a certain way. Those college kids then turn that teacher in, and next thing you know, that teacher's either being bombarded or fired. That's one of the wonderful things of that organization that it has done. I'm assuming it's wonderful.
I have no idea.
But is that not taking power and swaying it into a university, forcing their hand because their paid students say we don't want this person anymore because they got a different ideology?
I mean, that's the game.
But isn't that what college used to be about?
Both sides
Isn't
play?
that what college used to be about? Is that you went to college and you learned about different people, different cultures, different religious backgrounds, different political backgrounds, figure out how to make it happen, debate each other, and grow and get better. Not indoctrinate.
I went to college.
Not indoctrinate.
I went to college at Indiana University, as you know, from 2000 to 2004. And I had one friend out of everybody that or acquaintance out of everybody that we associated with that talked about politics at all. Everybody else I interacted at the school with didn't talk about politics ever except one guy.
Well, the rest of them was in poli-sci, so they can go in there and discuss it in their classroom topic. And let me tell you something. I took a couple of those classes and they were fun.
Okay.
They were really good because, again, I like to debate. I had no issue with that. Debate classes were always the most fun, no matter which side you took. And that's what I used to love, is that they would make me take an opposite side of what I was feeling as a 18, 19-year-old kid. And man, that challenged me. And what it did is it challenged me as an actor, because isn't that what I do when I go on stage right now? I absorb the character, and no matter what it does, it's not me in the character, it's the character the way it's written. And so, boom, boom.
That's it.
Maybe I could have been a crisis actor. Hire me. I'm still available. You can contact me right here through Podcast Twins. I'm still available to get hired for your stage. Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out of here on that note.
Please.
Because I think me and him got to get.
That's enough.
We need to go and take a shot after this one. So that's what we're gonna do. But in the meanwhile, between time, make sure you click subscribe. Again, we're asking you to click subscribe. We are rapidly approaching our 500 number, which is our goal for this year. So please help us achieve that goal. 500 on YouTube. All the episodes are being uploaded on Facebook. Please make sure you follow each one. Leave comments. It's going to really help our algorithm. I appreciate it in every other platform. And yes, I heard it again. TikTok is coming. We got to do it. And I get it. At least our clips will be on TikTok.
From the Twin Cave here in Coconut Creek, that's Vince, I'm Drew, and the Podcast Twins are out.
Peace.